are still.
Hey everyone, it's Jade. I was asked in my latest project share of the brag books to do a tutorial on how I put it together. While I did link the original tutorial below that I followed, I do my covers differently than she does. So I will go ahead and do a tutorial. It will be broken into two parts. The first part will be taking care of the cover, and the second part will be doing the inside. So let's go ahead and get started. I'll tell you the materials you'll need for this first part. You'll definitely need a Crop-A-Dile, and this one I got from like Michael's or Joann's with a coupon. Definitely a handy tool to have. I would suggest getting it when there's a really good coupon on, like 50, 55 or 60%, because they can be a little pricey, about $25 or $30 I believe. You'll definitely need the eyelets. I got these white eyelets from Joann online. For some reason I cannot find these in the stores retail. If anybody knows where I can, definitely let me know. I'd appreciate it. But they're usually fairly cheap, and I actually stocked up on some more recently because Joann had free shipping. I bought them. They usually range between like $1 and change and $2 and change, depending on what kind of sale they're running that week. Next, you'll definitely need chipboard. You'll need a spine piece, which will measure 6.5 by 1 inch. You'll need 2 of these pieces, front and back covers, 6.5 inches long by 4.5 inches wide. And you can definitely get all of this out of one piece of 12 by 12 chipboard. You'll need a piece of tie-back. This measures 3 inches by 6.5 inches. And this is just from, let me show you, an envelope that I cut up. It's tie-back. It's the same material they like to use to build houses and stuff. So this is one of those envelopes. If you have one laying around, get it. You don't necessarily have to use tie-back. But again, this is where mine differs. I use it because to me it makes the spine and the book overall a little more sturdy, but yet still more flexible, if that makes sense. So in your paper, you'll want 1 spine piece, and your spine piece of paper should measure 8.5 inches long by 3 inches wide, and the front and back covers should measure 8.5 inches long by 5.5 inches wide. I'll let you know why while we're covering it. And you'll definitely need some adhesives, so double-sided tape and glue, one or both. I usually use both. So let's go ahead and get started, guys. Okay, guys, we're going to start basically by covering our pieces with our chipboard pieces with adhesive. And I forgot, you will also need like a bone folder or anything that you use to burnish or smooth things out with. So let's go ahead and get started getting these covered. To burnish all of this really nice and good. Just make sure the tape is flat so it will adhere well to the piece. And yeah, just want to make sure it's good and burnished on here. Okay, now we'll set these two pieces to the side, and we're going to start with the spine. And here's where one of these measuring mats actually really comes in handy. Since this is 3 inches and this is 1 inch, I'm going to try to get that right in the middle there. So you're gonna take the tape off and kind of hold it and just eyeball it. You can see from the top where it is about the middle. And I'm a perfectionist, but of course this doesn't have to be absolutely perfect and center, because basically what you want to do is just get this on there and leave enough space to put your covers. Okay, so that's good. Now for your covers, you're gonna want to put them on there, maybe leave about 1/4 of an inch, at least 1/8 of an inch. I think I try to do a little bit more, and really with that I don't really measure, I just kind of eyeball, since I've done this fairly a lot, I guess I would say. So let's go ahead and take the adhesive off of the first part of the cover. Put a piece of adhesive at the very edge on each side of this tie back here. So you see this? You see? I hope I'm in frame, guys. I'm trying to stay in frame. I've got my pieces of washi tape over here. Anywho, let's burnish these down. What we're going to do is basically, and I also actually I'll wait till the paper is on, like to put some extra glue in the areas where the tape is not. That's just me. You do not have to do that if you do not want to do that. So again, I'm kind of gonna eyeball this and put this cover down about there. All right. Now, what you want to do is go ahead and cover this first part with the paper. This first cover. So we'll do the front piece, but what you want to do is get your tape, definitely put some right here, start where the chipboard is. You know, as an extra piece, you already have this covered, whatever. All right, then take that off. And again, I said I'll go ahead and put a little extra adhesive in the cracks where there is no tape. Again, this is just me. You do not have to do this if you do not want to do that. Okay, now the reason we cut the paper at 8.5 by 5.5 instead of a little closer is because you want an inch more space at the top and bottom and on the side to be able to fold it over once you're getting it all together, and you'll see what I mean. So what you want to do is kind of place this to where this is where these and also where these cutting mats come in handy. Kind of place that there so you have a space, top or bottom, however you want to go from, where there's an inch. So you'll know where to place the paper in an inch over here. Excuse me. So what you want to do is go here and here to where the inches are and put your paper down. Alright, and just burnish that out, guys. Now you want to get the other piece of chipboard and basically just do the same thing on that side. let's save taking these pieces, the rest of it off, until we got this adhered correctly. That way it's not sticking to the mat like the other side did. And again, I just kind of eyeball it. Excuse my shakiness, guys. Sometimes I'm still dealing with the trimmers, even though I will say it's a lot better than it's been. So hopefully it'll be pretty much non-existent soon. And burnish that on this side. Boom. And again, take this tape off. Paper is so like this is gonna be our front cover. So you definitely want the back cover to be like same positional, I guess I should say. With this, it actually honestly doesn't even matter because it kind of works either way, but I'm gonna put it this way. Okay, so again, where's my tape, guys? I lost some tape. Here it is. We put this here on the edge of where the chipboard starts for the cover. Burnish it down. Peel that up. And again, with the measuring, we want to, okay, so I got an inch at the bottom and an inch on the side, and this is how we're gonna measure it. Okay. And it kind of matches like right up with where you put that tape down. Okay, now it's not gonna be exactly perfect, but it'll be a pretty good approximation. Alrighty, now what you want to do is, where's me and this tape, guys? Basically put tape all the way around this chipboard. Next, you definitely want to put tape on the edges of your paper here. Burnish, 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 guys, burnish. Now what you want to do is measure. Where's my, here we go. Because you're going to cut the sides off here. So what I'm going to do is just kind of measure 1/8 of an inch or so. See, where's my 0? Where did it go? Here. Again, doesn't have to be perfect, just kind of want to get the sides off, okay? And a lot of people eyeball this too. I haven't gotten to that point, but hopefully one day. But I don't know, I think maybe my need for precision might prevent me from ever getting there. We shall see. Anyway, there we go. So basically, you're just going to cut. If you don't have any Tim Holtz scissors, I suggest you get some. These are like magic. Anyway, you want to cut off kind of where you put those lines, basically. You can do it pen, pencil, whatever. You're cutting it off anyway. Nobody's ever going to see it. So, cut those off and you're good. Now, you can start with, now you can do it individually, like before I put the second part on, you could have went ahead and done this for the first part if you wanted to. It just all depends on how you're feeling, how your flow is, whatever. Anyway, what you want to do is start with the tops and bottoms first and just kind of give it a little boom, like that or whatever. And And it's also, see, I made a mistake, best if you don't attach this here tape. You should do it individually. Alright, let me go ahead and cut these up top. So when you're putting the tape down on the chipboard on the inside, just go to where the chipboard ends instead of all the way across. But I mean, you'll need it there anyway, but you will want to do that individually. Anyway, let's get this off of these sides. So top and bottom is what you want to do first. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Again, I add a little extra adhesive right here, even though where that is, it'll be where that tape is. And I just take it and fold it over. Smooth it out. We're gonna do the same for this side. If I can get the tape up. And see, got this little hangover tape here. And just fold that right on over. Again, burnish it down, guys. Make sure it's good and adhered to that chipboard. Okay. Now, what we're gonna do is, of course, do the other side. Same exact process. Okay. So. Alright, now you want to do the sides, but first, what you're going to do is push these little corners in, okay? So, because you want it to fold over smooth. You don't want it to be all blousing out and looking funky. So that's why you push these corners in, guys. Okay? And ooh, me and this tape gonna fight. Alright. And I do like to kind of get the fold started. Alright. And my extra adhesive. And just fold it on over. Of course. Fold it on over. Alright. Get your burnish on. Get your burnish on. So far, coming along nicely. You guys can kind of tell what I meant with the spine. Now it makes it sturdier because that tie back, it ain't breaking or anything like that, but it also makes this way more flexible or whatever. So now what you want to do is get your spine piece together. Definitely put some tape, adhesive down the spine. And you already have what you need on the inside because we put that down together. You know, like I said, for the future, I would suggest doing it separate, okay? Like its own little piece after you've done the what do you call it? What do you call these? What do you call these, guys? The front and back covers. Anyway, okay, so you got that down. Now, what you want to do also is for your paper, you want to put tape on the sides. And there's tape. Now we're gonna do this anyway. Yeah, tape here and here. And it's already taped there, so you don't really need any in the middle. Burnish it down real good, guys. Okay. So what we're gonna do is, actually I like to line up the paper and then put the whole piece down on the paper. To me, it's a little easier to do it that way than trying to put the paper to the what do you call it? The cover. Alright. So make sure if this is directional to have it in the right direction as well. Tuck any spots that you over taped or, you know, went to the sides on. Okay, this you want to put down again because it's 3 inches wide. Here. Okay, let's try to do it from the middle because that sticky tape is not trying to let us be great right now. Boom. So it's about approximately on there for 3 inches. All right. Now, hold on, let me make sure the top is pretty good. What you need is take this, and you know that you need 1 inch from the bottom and 1 inch from the top. And you can kind of eyeball this inch in the middle. So you have 1 inch on this side, 1 inch on that side, and you're at 1 inch. And I'm crazy because I hadn't taken the tape off. Take the tape off, guys. Alright, and again, make sure your covers are right side at the right side up if they're like directional or anything. So here you have this kind of approximately in the middle. You have 1 inch on that side, 1 inch on that side, and you just want to lay it down. And that is it, guys. Like, we got it, y'alls. Okay, burnish this down here. Then we're gonna do the spine piece just like we did the insides, and you just take this extra tape off here, and I add my extra glue. Boom. And just fold that bad boy over. Let's go. And I want to say you don't want to fold too hard because sometimes you can end up ripping the paper. Like, you don't want to push or whatever. You just want to give it a good nice fold. Whatever. You can burnish it from the inside. Make sure it's nice and tight against the inside there. Okay. And I just want to do a little extra on the outside and do it good enough. Alright, same thing for the other side. Boom. And let's burnish this on the inside good. And you have your cover. Now you just want to ease this and this as well, so you don't want it to break. Just kind of want to easily crease it, and then boom, look, see, flexible, sturdy, nice, cute. It's cute, look at it. Okay, I'm gonna stop fawning. Anywho, so that is it for this part of the cover, you want to do the inside of the cover. I'm going to go ahead and cut that piece and be back and show you how to do that. So just give me a second. But first, let's measure it together so we know what, how long of a piece we need for the inside cover. Okay, so across it is 10.5 inches across and is 6.5 inches tall. So I like to kind of cut an eighth of an inch. I start with that, and if I like put it down and feel like I need more, I can cut more. So always leave more room and then cut down if you need to. So since this is 6.5, I want to cut it at 6 3/8, and this is 10.5. So I would probably cut this at 10 3/8. So I'm gonna cut my piece, and I will be right back. Okay. All right, guys, I'm back, and I have my piece cut. So let's go ahead and put it down and see how it looks. Now, it actually fits just fine. However, me personally, I would like a little more room for the inside of the cover to show on the top and sides, and the top, bottom, and sides. Just a little bit more. So I think I'm going to cut another 1/8 of an inch off on either side, and then I'll come back. All right, I cut off the 1/8 of an inch on either side, so let's go ahead and see how it looks. And yeah, I like that. I like that you can see a little bit more of the top, bottom, and sides here. So let's go ahead and get the adhesive on and get this stuck down. And I usually put adhesive on the actual page, but you do want to put some on the spine as well, just to make sure it gets adhered to that really well. That down real good. All right, we're going to set this to the side just while we put this tape on the back of the paper. Again, it's directional, so make sure you're putting things in the right direction, okay? Let's go ahead and get this tape peeled off. Again, you want to kind of tuck in that over tape here, wherever you got it. This, I just kind of, I hold these down and I try to position with it held down how I think I'll want it. All right, and then just stick, let it fall down, stick, and boom, there's your inside. Burnish it, guys. Do the same thing as you did before. Get that crease going. Do it gently. You don't want to break the paper. Okay, and the other side. There you go. Gently. You don't want to break the paper. All right. Boom. There you go. There is your cover completed. Now we'll go ahead and put the eyelets in. So. Ooh, that looks cute. I wasn't even expecting this to look this cute. What you want to do is take your Crop-A-Dile, and on the larger side, see, I've already been cropping. Anyway, on the larger side, this thing is all the way back, okay? So, from the inside. You can try to measure precisely, but I just kind of eyeball the middle of that, and boom, you make your hole. And you do that on either side. On this side, sorry if I'm out of frame or you guys can't quite see. Just eyeball, boom. Alright. Got that down, got the holes in, so you want to stick your eyelets in. And with the pointy end, you want to go in, stick it in here, and press. Give it a good press. Same on this side. Just stick it in and give it a good press. And there, your eyelets are set, and you're good to go. That is the first part of this tutorial. So stay tuned, guys. I will be back with the next part, which is showing you how to do and make the insides, the materials you'll need, where to cut, all that kind of stuff. So that's it for this part. If you're new to my channel and you enjoyed this video, I'd appreciate it if you'd like and subscribe. All of my subscribers, I really appreciate you guys. Thanks for being here. If you have any comments or questions, definitely leave them below. I will get back to you as soon as I can. I hope you all are having a wonderful week. And that's it for this part of the tutorial. I'll see you in the next part. Thanks for watching. Bye.